mindful journaling prompt. I'm Catherine Chestnut, and I'm the founder of the Mindful Life community. And mindful journaling is just one of the many things that we do in the mindful life to rediscover and reclaim our inner peace and inner wisdom. Today, I'm reading from my book, Inner Affirmation Inspirations. And today we're on Inspiration 181. I teach others how I expect to be treated. You have the power to influence how others treat you. By teaching others how you expect to be treated, you are setting a standard for the kind of respect and kindness that you deserve. Lead by example and treat others with the same love and compassion that you want to receive. When you hold yourself to a high standard, you will attract people who share those values. Don't be afraid to speak up and assert your boundaries when necessary. It is your responsibility to teach when and how others treat you. By doing that, you will create a positive and supportive environment that will inspire and motivate those around you. Okay, real simple. The golden rule, right? Treat others as you would have them treat you. But there's a piece in here about boundaries. I used to have an issue with boundaries. Yep, I did for many years. We won't go into all of the reasons why, except that I felt like I could never say no. Then I figured out that I could say no to some people, and I couldn't say no to other people. And then, as I was going through the process of, in my abusive marriage, I started to say no. And that didn't go well. That person did not want to hear the word no come from my mouth for anything that he wanted. And that's tricky. That's tricky for some of us, is to find that balance between having a boundary and taking care of those around us. And I'm going to say it's not tricky, because if something goes so inherently against what your values are, you have to say no. I don't care who it is. And for whatever reason. And I've been told, I was told once by somebody that I didn't respect their boundaries. And so I was like, all right, tell me what you want. And they told me, and I did it. I was like, I absolutely want to respect your boundaries, because I want you to respect mine. And it hadn't been clear to me before. Seek clarity or give clarity when it's needed. People aren't mind readers. You're not a mind reader. I'm not a mind reader. People can't just figure out what your boundaries are. Sometimes you need to tell them. Articulate it. And if you're not sure what your boundary is, there's part of the issue. If you feel like, oh, sometimes I can say no and sometimes no, you figure it out. And when you figure it out and you're clear about it, Share that clarity with those around you so that they are clear about what your boundaries are. And then, if they still can't respect those boundaries, that's a whole other story. That's a different story. But you need to be clear about your boundaries in order for others to have clarity about them. And I bet you there are some you haven't even thought of. I know there were ones I never thought of until it came up in a situation or until it came up in my life and I had to figure it out. Golden rule applies to boundaries, especially boundaries. All right, your mindful journaling prompt for today. What are some examples of how I can model the behavior I want to see in others? You can't tell people how to act, but you can model behavior. It's kind of like when you're modeling behavior for your kids. How you treat other people, your kids are watching. I don't care how old or how small they are watching and they're paying attention to see how you treat others because they're also expecting to see that behavior in how you treat them. Have a beautiful day. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you later.